Good morning. It is day 6 on my section hike of the AT in New Hampshire as part of my hike through New Hampshire net to Cohos, which I realize all this time I've been pronouncing wrong. It's actually Cohos. But right off the bat, we got a river crossing here. Took my shoes off and went for it. I did not want to start the day off right off the bat with wet feet while my socks were still nice and dry. So it took extra time to do all that, but I think it'll be worth it because otherwise my feet are just going to be wet all day. So today, my goal is to get up and over the Kinsmans, because that's the part I'm most worried about with thunderstorms. So I'm hoping to get up and over them before any thunderstorms happen. And I don't really care so much where I end up camping tonight. I'm probably gonna try and make it as far as I can to get down closer to the Liberty Springs trailhead. That way I can feel a little bit safer out of harm's way of the thunderstorms. I'm just gonna take things as they go and see how far I can make it and not worry too much of the logistics other than just getting up and over those high peaks. And I guess I should mention that the Liberty Springs trailhead is less than 9 miles away at this point, which doesn't seem like much, but I mean, remember we have to get up and over the Kinsmans, so that's going to be tough. I've never gone up the south side of Kinsman before, and it sounds like it's a boulder scramble. So far my pack feels a lot better today. So two things: I ate a lot of food last night. I had 2 dinners since I was at camp so early, and to make up for the fact that I didn't have dinner the previous night. So I ate a bunch of my food, and I also adjusted the sternum strap of my backpack. I think I loosened it a little bit, so I think that did something, because at least now it's not maybe weighing on the same spots of my shoulders. We'll see how this goes with this climb. The trail has been following these cascades, and it's actually really pretty. That first mile by the Cascades was really pleasant. Now we're in the climbing up rocks phase. Well, I'm in a literal bog, and I don't think there's any way around getting my feet wet. This is the situation right now. There is nowhere to step. There's boards underneath this water. Yeah, I think that's just what we're gonna have to deal with. So here I was thinking that, oh, I just have to cross this river. No, the trail is the river. Whoops. It is very misty up here. We are in the clouds. So I checked the weather because I was able to get service coming up here, and it doesn't look like it's going to rain and thunderstorm until possibly at least 1 o'clock. And there's a 30% chance. Then it goes up to 50 at 2. So I think I should be okay, because I think I can get down back into tree line before then. The sun is actually out. Awesome. I just love when the trail flattens out, even if it's only temporary. One thing I'll say, I expected after all the rain we had last night that these rocks would be very wet and slippery, and they're a little wet, but not too bad. They're largely dry, which that is such a relief. I think that would have made this hike much harder, but I'm waiting for it to get really challenging, and it hasn't been bad. I think I'm close to the top, so I think I'll be all right. I feel like I'm close. If I had to guess. I got a little bit of view on the west side over there. The other side's pretty clouded in. I thought where that cairn was would be the summit, because it looks like the highest thing, but on far out it says it's still 0.1 ahead. So I either just summited South Kinsman, or I'm about to. I think this is the true summit. No view. Doesn't look like we're going to get anything over there either. So I'll just hike on. I'm at the summit of North Kinsman. There's a little viewpoint over there, but it still looks very clouded in, so I think we hike on. This mist feels really nice. Fish and Jimmy lonesomely caught 1.9. So from here, this will be a new stretch of trail for me. So this is around where I was planning to stealth camp last night, but considering it took me exactly 5 hours to get here today on fresh legs, I think I made the right call in stopping where I did, because I would not have gotten to camp until at least 8:30, and I would have definitely gotten caught in that thunderstorm again, so yeah, definitely the right decision. Trail is a little further right now. I'm about maybe a little over a mile from the hut, and I am pretty hungry, so that will be a good time and spot for a break. Look at all this cold cream from Dunks. It's polluting our rivers. Ew. It looks like cheesy. Is Cannon Mountain. So I just had a quick lunch break in the hut. I just ate some of my own food because I still have so much food. So I have a picture of me standing like right here in the water when I was 14. I'm gonna try and stealth camp near the trailhead and hopefully beat whatever storm may still come or may not, I don't know. So that trailhead is less than 3 miles away. I think it said 2.9 from where I was at the hut. So I should be down there in a couple hours tops, I would say. I mentioned that there was a picture of me at Lonesome Lake when I was 14. I don't think we like hiked any mountains. I think we just hiked up to the hut and then we hiked back down the next day. We stayed at the hut, like I had a bunk or whatever. And I just remember like everyone was like in bed and I had to pee and I tried to like ignore it because I didn't want to like go outside. Well, first of all, I'd probably like wake everyone up, and second of all, like I didn't want to like walk alone in the dark to the bathroom because it's not attached, it's a separate building. It didn't go away, it got worse, and I couldn't sleep because I had to pee so bad. So I ended up peeing in my water bottle. The next morning, I was telling people what I did, and one of my friends was like, "Oh, I had to go too. We could have gone together." Of course, I didn't know she was still awake. But yeah, that's my peeing in a water bottle story, which somehow doesn't sound as funny now as when you were 14. So here's something maybe other hikers can relate to, but if I am hiking and let's say I go into some business like a restaurant or a hut, I feel super self-conscious if I'm the only hiker there because here I am, this dirty, smelly person with a giant backpack and muddy shoes, and I go in there and I'm probably getting my grime everywhere and everything, and there's people dressed in like normal clothes and they probably had a shower that day. I feel like, you know, I need to just like sit alone in a corner so I don't expose people to my filth. If there was other hikers there, it would be different though. Like it'd be okay because like everyone else is like dirty and stinky too, so it wouldn't matter as much. So I really want, like more than anything, to take my shoes and socks off because they're still wet from walking through that bog this morning. Never dried, and it's uncomfortable, and my feet are probably very pruny and white, and I just really want to dry out my feet. And obviously wasn't gonna do that there. I could have done it outside, but by that point I was just kind of like ready to just move on, get to camp. I have less than 3 miles. I can just get there and air out my feet all I want without feeling self-conscious about it. I apparently was walking in a stream when that was the trail. It may not count for the AT, but it counts for a hike through New Hampshire, even if you walk through a stream. This is choose your own adventure, people. Oh, look, it's a little butterfly family. Well, that was deeper than I expected. I actually went like crotch deep. It's my last night. And I have a dry outfit I can put on, so not the end of the world. And my feet were already wet. This trail through here is smooth like butter. Much appreciated. Oh my gosh, there's a beer and Gatorade. Oh my god. Oh. Looks like we gotta go under the highway. Oh, that's eerie. There's a nice picnic table here, and it would make a good stealth spot. This might be it for me for tonight. I thought this was funny. My watch has not said this whole hike, and now it says, "It looks like you're working out." Now that I'm not carrying a 20-pound pack. I did take a beer. I couldn't not. So I thought this was perfect because it's a beer to celebrate my last day on trail and a mostly successful section hike. Didn't get to go as far as I wanted, but I still did a lot. Cheers. So I am having pasta marinara. It's one of my favorites now from Good to Go. It's between this one or the mushroom risotto. I thought I would talk a little bit about this trip and how I think it went. I don't see it as a failure at all. I didn't make it to my goal, but I'm okay with that because I feel like I got enough accomplished from this trip that the next time I go out, I'm gonna be much more prepared. And I think that this experience of stopping early only just makes me feel more fueled to continue it and to finish what I started. It might not be till September or October, but I will finish it. Here's my hammock setup for the night. Got the Cascades in the background. Started sprinkling already, so just battening down the hatches right now and getting ready for it. Okay, the hatches have been battened. I have everything that really needs to stay dry inside my hammock, and everything that I don't care about if it gets wet or if I'm actively using it right now. I have it on my poncho tarp underneath my hammock. I'm expecting a night like last night, so I'm just preparing for that. I know that it is definitely going to start raining at 7. It has entered a lull right now at 6:10. So I'm going to take this opportunity while I have it and get kind of cleaned up, get the rest of my stuff situated, maybe figure out what I'm going to do with my food, and yeah, eventually probably relax and watch some videos. The rain has started. It's like 8:30 now. Today was not bad at all. Just need to make it through tonight and hopefully get picked up tomorrow at some point. So see you then. Good night.